Good afternoon. Welcome to my channel. Today, starting again. Today is the 17th of January 2021, and we are going to continue with our adorable snowman. How are you doing today? Good. We finally had a bit of snow. On the roof, there's some snow. The sun is coming out. I'm hoping we could have some decent lighting so you can see what we're doing over here. I forgot to turn this light on. Now this light is on. Okay, maybe this helps. If I may ask you, please hit the like and the subscribe button. Thank you so much. It means a lot to me. So let us continue with the green color today. I'm sure you must be tired with all the blue we have been doing. Right. Nice dark green. I do have a spoon over here to take the drills out, but my finger is closer. What can I say? This is a symbol G, and it's a DMC code 699 round drills. It's a deep green color. Congratulate me first dumping for today. I'm so good at this, I swear. If I cannot dump drills, my day is not happy. So anyway, we had a light dusting of snow, and what I thought was interesting, that the person that's supposed to be clearing off the sidewalks actually had the shovel let down. I told you day before yesterday there was a bit of a snow, and he was going around with the shovel part of the machine lifted up. And I was like, excuse me, isn't the whole idea to clean the sidewalks? But maybe I was, just presuming that if you're going to use the snow plow machine, actually it's a machine he sits on. It is the same machine used to wash the sidewalks and disinfect, with the virus thing going on, they disinfect with a chlor solution. Well, he attached a snow plow to the front of it, which is fine. That's what you're supposed to do. But the snow plow was lifted up. At first, I thought that maybe the machine had some technical difficulties, But I think it was the worker that had technical difficulties, He went up and down on the sidewalk, over the snow, crushing the snow down, instead of shoveling it and cleaning off the sidewalk. I figured, maybe that's, the city's way of doing things. You really can't say much about it because you're happy that somebody will take this job. People want to complain about there's no jobs. Well, in Hungary, we really can't say that. There's plenty of jobs that are not filled. But then when you tell them you have to work, then they're like, well, I don't know. Maybe it's better just to complain. Now, I am not making a generalization. Believe me, most people do want to work. I was going to bring a glass of water here, so I will not be making that annoying noise, clearing my throat. Finally, got a professional opinion as to what it is. I was told it's post-nasal drip, whatever that is. I have given up smoking 3 years ago, completely cold turkey, because when we moved into this flat, we are not allowed to smoke here or have pets or children. Children are in the same category as pets and smoking, which I thought rather upsetting. But, you know, the owner is allowed to make the rules. However, I could always go home to our village house and smoke my head off, but I figured if it was absolutely no problem to stop smoking, then I should stick with it, you know? And I have not gained any weight, thank God, because I always had a weight problem. Oh, I'm sure you're familiar with these problems. I used to say I'm large boned, and the large bones have lots of meat on them. Bad excuse. But really, you are what you are, and you should accept yourself. You should love yourself, even if nobody else does. Be kind to yourself. I learned it the hard way, but I did learn it. I do apologize the way my hands look. I'm having a bit of problem with the cold weather and this unusual warm weather. It really takes a toll on your joints, and my joints have arthritis, as you can see. But I do keep on moving because it is very, very important to keep moving as much as possible. And Hungary, they don't give very strong pain medication. Well, another thing is that I am missing the health spa, you know, the hot mineral spring spa. Because of the situation with the virus, it is closed. Has been closed since spring. Now there are other ones around, but this one is right here locally, within a walking distance, a half-hour walking distance. You know, I would take my Nordic sticks. I would recommend it to anyone. The Nordic poles are fantastic. It took about a year, but it taught me to stand up straight and not be hunched over because of the pain, and walk like that. And it made a great, great deal of improvement as far as my posture and my mobility is concerned, with it, which is not to be overlooked, because I see a lot of ladies my age, and I feel like, you know, I wish I could go over them and gently give them a hug and tell them that I know what you're feeling. I know the pain you are feeling, but if you would just give it a try, you know, you have nothing to lose by trying. At first, when I was near my Lake Balaton, that's where I was born, not here where I am now, and I would see, you know, ladies and gentlemen walking around halfway around the lake, which was, I would say, about a 4-hour hike. And they would be using these sticks, these walking sticks. And I watched them and observed them for a while, and I noticed that they got better and better. and started to get a better pace of walking. So instead of 4 hours, it took them 3 hours. And I couldn't for the life of me figure out what is the secret. And one day, being a nosy little me, I asked one of the ladies, I said, what is this stick you are using? And she told me they are Nordic walking sticks, walking poles, Nordic tour. I don't know how to say it in English. But if you go touring, hiking, you would use the same sticks. So I went to the sports center where they sell all sort of sport equipment. And the nice young man looked at me and he goes, first thing you are going to need is a pair of running shoes. And I looked at him like, are you out of your mind? I can hardly crawl. Now you want me to run? What the hell is wrong with you? And he told me that the proper footwear would make all the difference. And I was like, really? He's the expert, so maybe he knows what he's talking about, So he asked me what is my favorite brand of sports shoes. I said, well, I don't have any sports shoes. I run around in flip-flops or sandals in the summer and, these fleece-lined boots, comfy boots in the winter, good old lady shoes. And he goes, that is the worst thing you can do because these do not give the proper support to your feet and ankles. And how can you walk and do training when you don't have proper support? So the first thing is the proper footwear. And I'm like, okay. I don't think we understand each other. I wanted to have those sticks that I see the ladies and the gentlemen on the beach walking around the lake with. And he goes, yes, ma'am, that's what we're talking about. You need the proper footwear or you will not be able to walk because your feet will hurt. And I'm like, so what, is there some magic in these shoes that your feet are not going to hurt? He goes, ma'am, try them on. So I tried on a pair of Adidas. I hated it. And then the man goes, oh, I think I know what you want. And I figured, no, you don't. I want walking sticks. I don't want running shoes. So he brought a pair of Nikes. And I thought that was the ugliest pair of shoes I ever saw in my life. I said, no, I don't want this. I don't want to put this on my foot. He goes, ma'am, I am the expert, let me do my job. And I'm like, okay, if you want to put it on my foot, put it on my foot. He's like, thank you for cooperating with the man that knows what he's doing. And I'm like, let's not get uppity over here. So he put on the first pair of Nikes on my feet. Well, let me tell you, my poor aching feet were in foot heaven. That was the most wonderful, the most comfortable feeling I have ever had. And believe me, I had lots of shoes on my feet in my days. So he said, now, stand up, please, and let's see how you walk in it. And I told him, walk? I am in so much pain I can hardly breathe. He goes, stand up, let's see what happens. And believe me, I stood up and I felt no pain in my foot. I was amazed. Then he goes, okay, let's measure you to the walking sticks that you wanted. And I'm like, you're going to measure me to the walking sticks? He goes, yes, ma'am. We measure it and adjust it to your height. And I'm like, you're kidding. He goes, no, ma'am. This is a serious matter, and it is medically proven to be helpful. And this method is used by even the Army after surgery to the spine. These kind of injuries, and of course, arthritis and rheumatoid arthritis and all of that good stuff that we get as we go older. And I'm like, how much do these wonder sticks cost? And he goes, well, do you really want help, or you just want a piece of junk that looks good? I said, both. I'm very hard to please. And he's like, okay, let's try the medium range. I go, okay, that sounds good. Because I heard, these are extremely expensive. And I couldn't figure out why they would be so expensive. So anyway, we got the medium range. He adjusted it to my height. He measured me, how tall I am with shoes on. Now he told me these shoes will be used for walking around with the sticks. So this is why he adjusted the height of the walking sticks to my height with the shoes on, which I thought, that makes sense. So far, you following me? So there I am, standing in a store with these wonderful shoes on and these marvelous magic sticks. And the nice young man tells me to stand up. So I stood up and he showed me how to hold the sticks. And my sticks have little footsies on the end of them, They're the cutest little thing. Of course, since then I put some decoration on it also. You know me, I decorate everything. And he goes, take a few steps. I told him, I can't because my back is hurting so much. He goes, well, first of all, you need to straighten up. I said, yes, that's the problem. I can't straighten up because it hurts. Which part of hurts do you not understand? He goes, ma'am, you're being very difficult. I go, yeah, I know I have a tendency to be very difficult, especially when you don't want to understand. He said, just stand up, please. So I stood up. He put the sticks in my hand. He said, first of all, it was easier to stand up, leaning on the sticks. So I said, okay, so far so good. He said, now let's see, you take a couple of steps and let me see if everything is adjusted properly. He was very nice. He spent a lot of time, very patient. I guess he's used to stubborn old ladies, He says, take a few steps. I did. He readjusted the Nordic sticks because he said I am not standing the proper way. And, later on I understood what he meant. I am not standing the proper way, so my spine is straight, which has not been straight for quite a long time. So, of course, it was uncomfortable and hurting, It hurts at first, let's be honest. Any sort of physical therapy, hurts at first when you're doing something else than you've been doing for a while, trying to avoid agony. So I took a couple of steps, and he goes, well, how does it feel? I said, it feels good. He goes, now you understand what I have been telling you? He didn't want to stay. Okay, you stubborn old woman. Now you say I was right? No, he was very nice about it, you know. He said, now you understand? I said, slowly. He goes, okay. Now remember, where I lived over there was about a 3-kilometer walk, which was no small tour. So I would have to take a taxi or something like that to get back home. And he said, today's assignment is that you are going to walk home. And I'm like, sure I am. He goes, I promise you, you are going to walk home. So I took my telephone. I turned on the funkiest music you ever heard in your life. And I started walking home. I figured I could always call a taxi along the way if I'm having problems, you know. I didn't live out in nowhere, just halfway out in nowhere. But I lived right by the shore of the lake. So after about half an hour walking, I reached the lake, and I sat on a bench, took a little breather. I felt good. I was amazed. I looked around, you know, loved the beach, loved the water. I love everything to do with water. Then I thought to myself, when I want to stand up, it's going to be extremely painful, and I will not be able to move, and I am not in a city anymore, and I will not be able to call a taxi. So I grabbed my sticks and stood up with the help of the sticks. And I stood up how the man, you know, taught me to straighten out my spine. And there was a minimal amount of pain. I was amazed. And then I continued to walk home, which is a straight walk down the beachfront. About 2 hours later, I arrived at my apartment over there. I went in. I took a hot shower. And with a minimal amount of discomfort, I felt good. Of course, that was enough for that day, for the first day, because this was the assignment as to how to work up to touring, just like the other people. The next day, I had a few sore muscles in my upper arm, because the way it is used with the walking with the stick, you use all parts of your body. You are making an X-like motion, you know, left and right. So those parts of your body get exercise that did not get any before. And the man told me to call him, see how it's going. I told him what happened. He said, that's perfectly normal. You did well. It hurts because you used the walking technique that you were taught. You use it correctly. I said, but I don't want more pain. I want less pain. He said, give it a week and then give me a call. Well, after a week went by, I was already overdoing the 3-kilometer walk. I would walk all the way out to the harbor, watch the sailboat races, you know, and things like that. And went on a trip with a pirate boat. Took my little stick along with me, you know, no problem. On the pirate boat, they did ask me to put the cover on the foot because it looked like a weapon. you know, my walking sticks. You know, I said, yeah, the old lady is going to attack the pirates with her walking stick. I said, okay, we'll put a cover on it. And I love that pirate boat. You know, it was a replica. I can't think of the name of the movie. Oh, dear me. I love it when my mind goes blank. I'm sure you know which movie I'm talking about. There was quite a few of them. You know, with the ghost ship and what have you. Anyway, when I shut off the camera, I will remember the name. So it was a replica of that ship. And the crew were dressed up in outfits like the pirates. And for the children, they had a little game on a ship in case they were bored. They got these wood swords and pirate hats. And we were served tea or lemonade. So it was an extremely pleasant experience. Now remember, I walked all the way there, which was no small feat. So I rewarded myself for being a good little girl, getting my exercise by going on a boat trip. And it was worth it. Actually, I went quite a few more times on that pirate's trip. I found it so enjoyable. So I made that my routine. In the morning, you know, I would shower down and go for my 3-kilometer walk. Now, I divided my days. Some days I would just walk out to the harbor. So every other day I would walk out toward the other way, toward the hot spring spa and wellness center, where I did exercises in the water. And it helped a great deal. There was water massage and sauna and light therapy, which is very useful. In the winter, you know, color. This is diamond painting. I think it's very good as far as color therapy is concerned in these gray, miserable days. I'm sorry for moving the light, but I'm getting glare and I can't see what I'm doing. So this is excellent as far as lifting your spirits. I have managed to go through depression without medication. I do not recommend it. I would recommend to see your doctor and follow his or her instructions. I prefer women doctors for some reason. We seem to get along better. It's just me, you know. But if you can, follow their suggestions. It does work. Do whatever it takes to raise your spirits. It's not an easy thing to do. We are under lockdown, we are under curfew, we are separated from even from our loved ones. So there's a lot to deal with. Don't be shy about saying, I can't deal with this on my own. Be honest with yourself. With yourself, first of all. You know? Because like I said many times, at night, you close the door, you're alone with yourself. So we should be honest with ourselves. And give ourselves, you know, a hug and say, yes, you're doing fine. You're okay. Everything is okay. You know? I'm going to need my magnifying glass because I can't make up whether this is an X or a star. I apologize. I think it's better to blow my nose than to sniffle. These are stars. Here we go. We're doing very well with this adorable snowman. You know, I get to love these paintings so much, excuse me, that sometimes I'm like, oh, it's gonna be finished. But I'm the type of person, you know, that I would not do the same diamond painting twice. I do not read the same book twice. I do not look at the movie twice. You know, once I read it, once I saw it, that's it. That's enough for me. I already know what's going to happen. I'm still extremely interested in this true crime and unsolved mysteries. I think they're fascinating. Really do. I love these non-fade symbols that have faded. I do have a sarcastic nature. And I tend to laugh at myself a lot. Actually, I was not this sarcastic before I moved to this country, but we had a lot to laugh about. Some things got really preposterous, and you were like, I don't believe this. I don't believe this. Are you kidding me? Nope. They're quite serious about certain things. I'm trying not to yell and scream into the microphone. Yesterday, my voice was very loud and tends to be more scratchy the louder I get. Hubby said, yeah, you only scream and yell at me, right? You don't yell at the camera. I go, yes, I do. I don't make an exception with you. I yell at everybody and everything. One of the nice things about being old, you can be miserable. No? I know I'm supposed to be a sweet old grandma, but somehow I think they threw out that mold before I was invented. Let's see. Yes. My camera decided to go on a strike. Let's see if we can put this symbol out. I really don't know why. I mean, I've emptied everything I possibly can out of my my telephone. Good thing I have a Dropbox because I emptied all my pictures and they were gone. Okay, but majority of them are. Whether the camera likes it or not, we are going to put down these drills. And it looks like the camera decided it's Sunday, so doesn't want to work anymore. So far, so good. We are still here. Now this is going to be fun, trying to piece together what we have been working on today. But we will do it. Let's call this a learning lesson. Okay, and we have a bunch over here. Come on, paper, be nice. No, we don't want you to stick. There we go. I thought that his nose would be orange, but I don't know. Calls for the red. Unless the top of it will be orange. Since there are 3 different colors in his nose. Or is that his mouth? No, that's his nose. I don't know because it's upside down for me. There we go. Well, it looks like the camera decided to give in. Stop having a hissy fit. I have no idea why it decided to have a hissy fit. But then the internet has been crazy today too. I'm sure it could not be from this little bit of snow that fell down, you know. That would be rather ridiculous. Here we go. Well, at least you didn't have to look at the blue color all afternoon long. We put some other colors down. Our plan is, remember, that we want to finish the snowman this week. And we'll slide it over because, yeah, that's a small E. Here's a R symbol. So we want to finish the snowman this week. So by the time we get our next package, we can start on that. I am so excited when I get the email that the package is coming, you know, just like a kid at Christmas time. And we're going to open it together. And be amazed at what's in the box. Oh, get ready for fantastic colors. There's a lot of colors in the next one. The little girl and the teddy bear, and the little girl and the baby elephant. Yeah, I will say goodbye for now. Thank you very much for being with me this afternoon. And it's snowing again. I'm so happy. Goodbye for now. Bye-bye. Usually I'm not talkative. I'm very quiet. But I can't very well just sit here and, you know, look adorable. Would have to say something, wouldn't I? And if you have any questions or any requests, please put it down in the comment section. I'm not up to 1,000 yet, so I cannot go live from my telephone. But we're getting there little by little. You know, this is a tiny little craft channel, so, and there's lots of us around. So I'm happy to be spending time with you. I feel honored that you chose to spend time with me. We can do crafts together. Well, today I tried out a pattern. You know, I told you I am making a decoration for my entrance door, a Valentine one with the gnomes. And I wanted to make little hearts, you know, with the gnomes put in a door. So I got one of the patterns. It said free pattern off of YouTube. Well, it was one messed up pattern. So this is what I meant, that I will not put any of the patterns in the description boxes until I have tried them out to make sure that they work and they are suitable for a beginner like I am. Maybe you are more proficient at crocheting and stuff like that, but I'm very much a beginner. And I need it to be written down line by line, and then I can follow it, you know, just like I showed you with the gnomes. The first one didn't look like the picture, but the second one looked pretty good. The next one we're working on is the wizard, together with the staff. And I just downloaded another heart pattern. It's a puffy heart. I am going to try that out for you. And if it works, I will show you. And I will put the link also in the description boxes. Now I will add this much to it. If I can do it, if I can make head or tail out of it, then I'm positive that you can do it also. 100% sure. That's how much of a beginner I am. Okay, so far so good. This looks like the symbol R, doesn't it? Yeah. Yeah, let's get these out. Are you working along with me? Do you have some craft that you're doing? Someone yesterday commented that this looks like cross stitch. Now they were not far from the truth. It is a cross stitch. A lot of these patterns, when you see a marking in the middle, means that they were taken from a cross stitch pattern. But this is diamond painting. But especially the round drills, when it's finished, it does look like cross stitching. The square ones look more like mosaic, you know? So they were not far off as far as saying cross stitching, because it is the packages will be here. Some of them. So I am presuming either it comes from Russia or this store is affiliated with AliExpress. What do you think? It would not take otherwise 30 days from the capital to get here to my house. Like I said, the other store delivered the next day without any problem. Not to mention the fact that it is twice as expensive as the other store. And from what I've seen, it is the same kits. So, no. Something is not right, you know? I have seen a Facebook group, and I don't know. Since I don't join Hungarian groups, for the very simple reason they're fast to bring to my attention that I am American, and keep on explaining that, excuse me, I was born in Hungary. Okay, I think over here in this section, this is all the arrows that I can see. Absolutely adorable. I love snowmen to begin with, and I love gnomes. And this little wizard looks absolutely adorable too. I'm sure you are going to like it too. So, I will say goodbye now. Have a lot of rest. Have some fun this weekend. Do some beautiful crafts. Make a snowman instead of me if you have snow. Send pictures of it. I will say goodbye now. I will see you tomorrow. Have a wonderful day, wonderful night, wherever you are. Goodbye. Stay safe. Stay warm. Bye-bye.